Hello Lit family, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tinah here. So if this is your first time clicking and checking out my channel, you're welcome. And yeah, hit the subscribe button and join the family. Get me to 2K, you know, we're almost there. So yeah, as you have seen the title of my video today, I'll be sharing the study abroad tips, what to pack, what to expect, and just stuff related to that. In case there's someone who's looking for this video, this is the perfect video. You found the perfect video. So yeah, let's get right into the video. First of all, I'm going to start with what to pack. Obviously, what to pack, especially when you are a girl like me and you are dark skinned like me. You're going to study abroad where there are white people or people with brighter tone than you. You have to pack your makeup products. That's for girls, especially girls. You have to pack your makeup products, like you have to pack your, you know what I'm talking about, your foundation. You have to find your skin tone, your foundation, because as here in China, it's really expensive. For me, on my side, it's expensive to find, and it's really hard to find my tone. So unless we're like places like Guangzhou, where there are a lot of Africans, actually there you can find foundation which is matching your skin tone. But if you are far away from me, like me in Yangzhou, where like less Africans, so like you just find the tone which is brighter than you, so it's like difficult, and buying online sometimes it's actually expensive. So yeah, that's the tip number one. And tip number two, it goes to clothes and shoes. You have to make sure you have to check the weather where you're going. If it's too hot in summer or extremely cold in winter, you have to know what to pack. And if you're coming to China, this is my advice to you: don't pack a lot of clothes, because you find them. Actually, you need money, but my advice, just don't pack a lot of clothes. Yeah, I made a mistake. I packed a lot of clothes, but I now regret. But it's okay. If you want to pack your whole closet, you can pack, but you see what I'm talking about. So yeah, that leads me to tip number 3. Oh, so yeah, it's about food. If you're coming from Zambia like me and you love eating like me, you have to pack a little bit kapenta. You know, if you eat even kovala, you know what I'm talking about. You have to pack. Those are caterpillars. We eat caterpillars. Yes, don't think that. Yeah, we eat caterpillars. And yeah, just dry fish, and just mealie meal, the white mealie meal, just say maybe 5 kg, you know. Yeah, you can actually pack that. I wish I packed a lot of food. I wish I packed more food than clothes. Yeah, so if it's your first time coming to China or going anywhere, you have to look at the food which you're going to find there. But before you get like used to the food, you know, some of us have got allergies, so you just have to like take care of yourself, you know. Yep. I'm done with my first tip of what to pack. Yeah, I've mentioned hair products. Girls should pack hair products, makeup, yeah, just that. And clothes, don't pack too many clothes. Look where the weather where you're going to, if it's hot or what, just look at the weather and the kind of clothes you must carry. And food, obviously. So that leads me to my tip number 2, travel tips. I'm going to give you, I wish I knew these tips before I traveled. So yeah, let's get right into it. Tip number 1 about travel tips. I wish I knew these tips before I even traveled, but I didn't know. So if you're watching this, you are lucky. So tip number 1 is don't pack too many luggages, because you might pay extra luggage fee, because you might pack a lot of things. Just make sure you weigh it before you go to the airport. It's supposed to be 46 kg. I don't know about other countries, but my country, Zambia, you have to pack at least 46 kg. So if you pack more than that, then you have to pay extra luggage. You get what I'm saying? You have to pay money, so you don't want to do that, right? You're going for school, you're on a budget. So that leads me to my second. This is very important. You must have a translator. Like for me, it was really hard. Because when I reached Ethiopia, like I met some other people who couldn't speak English. They were speaking their own language. So it's better you get yourself a translator, a phone translator. Even though when I reached China, when I landed, like it was difficult to ask, like because they only speak Chinese. So like, yeah, you just have to move with the translator. At least you translate, that will be very helpful. So yeah, keep that in mind. That leads me to my tip number 3 on travel. If you're going to countries which don't allow Google or whatever social media, other social, I'm sweating, it's hot guys, I'm telling you it's hot, which don't allow other applications like WhatsApp, Facebook, emails, Gmail account, or Google. You can't use it without VPN. So it's better you download VPN. If you are, just prepare yourself, download VPN. I wish I did that, nobody told me about that. So download VPN and you thank me later. That leads me to the fourth advice on the travel tips. And make sure you know where you're going, and make sure to screenshot with your location, because it might be hard to get internet access because of the SIM card, and maybe you might not find Wi-Fi everywhere. So just for safety and just know where you're going, you must have screenshots. You know what I'm saying? Screenshot the map, and if you have a map it's okay, but if you have a phone, make sure your phone is charged. Move with a power bank. You don't know where you're going, you might get lost. So yeah, thank me later. That leads me to the fifth on the travel tips. And the fifth one is that at the airport, I'm telling you, things are expensive. You thank me later. At the airport, I don't know if it's just everywhere, but it's really expensive. Like, you can't buy anything on the airport unless you're rich, but it's really expensive. If you're a student, I advise you to be cautious when you want to buy something on the airport, because that price, it might be maybe twice the price you're supposed to buy, or maybe even more, even times 5 the price you're supposed to buy that stuff you're on, especially SIM cards at the airport. Like, can you imagine, let me just share this little story. Can you imagine when I landed in China, like, I wanted to communicate with the person who's going to pick me up, and then I really wanted a SIM card. At the airport they were saying it's 200 yuan. 200 yuan. I was in my mind, I was like, wow, because that's like 200 yuan. That's okay. I'll just put the in dollars down there so everybody can understand what I'm talking about. But actually the price is 50 or 100 in other places. So yeah, just for that. But I never bought the SIM card because I was like, no, this is too much, because in my country just buy like 5 kwacha SIM card or 3 kwacha SIM card. I'll put all those notes in dollars down there. So yeah, just be cautious when you're buying stuff on the airport. So that leads me to the last tip of the travel tips. The most important thing about the travel tips, make sure to check the time difference, because everybody lives in a different time zone. Like, for example, my country is 6 hours behind China, so when it's 12 there is 6 a.m. So you have to be cautious, because when you buy a ticket, you must know what time you're going to arrive to that place. Or if you are like you are changing planes in other countries, like for me, I was changing in let me catch my breath. I was changing in Ethiopia, and Ethiopia is like 1 hour ahead of our country. Yeah, so me, I thought I was early. My train, oh my god, I'm so used getting trains here. Okay, sorry for that. My plane was about to leave I think 11 p.m. and I reached there around, my clock was showing that I reached there at 9 p.m. and I was like, oh, at least I've got, like, you know, I'm going to be there on time. And then when I just landed Ethiopia, it was like 10 already. I just had like 1 hour, and mind you, where people don't speak English, it's a few people where you find who can speak English, so it's hard. That's why I'm saying you have to move the translator. So I was just on the line, the check-in line. Oh my god. And one thing, don't put on a lot of clothes, belts, shoes which you're going, because at the check-in there, they'll make you remove your shoes if you've got a belt, if you're wearing a jacket. So I advise you just put on, maybe if you've got slippers or just simple shoes, and maybe just simple things. For girls, you can wear a legging or just a simple shirt for the easy access there, because it's really stressful. I was like, why did nobody tell me about this checking stuff? I could have won. So if you're seeing this, you are lucky. So I'm talking about the time difference interval. So you just have to check where you're going, the time, and what time you're going to arrive, so that you keep in track. You don't have to move like like you don't know what's happening. You found this video. So yeah, that's my tip on the traveling. So let's go to the last tip, which is what to expect when you go wherever country you're going. But for me, I'm going to focus on in China because I'm in China right now. So yeah, let's go to the first tip. If you're coming from Africa, or if you're dark skinned, or if you look different, probably Chinese are going to be staring at you. They'll be looking at you like, and you'll be wondering, did I do something wrong, or have I done anything wrong? But no, apparently no. They're just amazed, and they have just never seen people who look like that, different from them. So you just have to understand, don't get pissed. But some of us, we get pissed. And the other thing is that they take too many photos. When I'm talking about they take too many photos, it's not that I'm exaggerating. If you can agree, you can leave a comment. Because they take too many photos. They'll be like, so what I've discovered now, when they're taking a photo of you, just get your phone, take a photo of them. Simple. You're making life simple for yourself. And if they're staring at you, stare them back like it's a competition. When they're looking at you, just look at them. Simple. I've made my life simple. It's becoming more simple. And especially if you have braided your hair, like if you have done braids, if you're a girl, they'll be trying to touch your hair and ask you if it's your real hair or fake hair. Oh my god, that stuff is really stressful. But now I just accept like it's my real hair, because when you say it's fake, they'll start asking you, what did you do, how did you do it? So you don't want to do that, girl. You don't want to do that. And they start asking too many questions. Yeah. And I hope, and this makes the end of the video, I hope it helps you guys. I hope it helps anyone who's looking for tips to study abroad. And yeah, subscribe, and see you in my next video. Mwah.